Hey guys, welcome to Game Hype. This show where we talk about games that we're hyped about. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell us what you guys are hyped about coming out. And without further ado, let's get going.
Werewolf, the Apocalypse Earthblood.
Werewolf. I like that. Werewolf.
Literally,
What is werewolf?
literally, you know what? I saw this trailer back in, I'm going to say July.
Yeah.
I think it was June, July. And I don't know, I used to like role play like the tabletop game of Werewolf the Apocalypse, Vampire the Masquerade. And it's kind of cool having this game, Werewolf, that shares both worlds basically coming out. And I've talked about before where, you know, in the past there's not too many games where you either A, fight a werewolf, like an actual werewolf, or if you become one.
Yeah.
This one, you are one.
Yeah.
You know, you have your human form, your wolf form, and then your monstrous form. Like the standing beast, like actual werewolf. And that's all it sold me. I didn't care about the rest of the information on this game. Like, I know you're going up against this corporation that's back in the Werewolf the Apocalypse tabletop game, Pentex, the evil corporation. This one's like an oil company that's taking apart your land, and there's 13, I believe, other tribes of werewolves.
Okay.
And there's like a lot of inner battling between the two, or between the 13 of them, because everyone has their own way of wanting to try and figure out their problem.
Yeah.
Right? There's supposed to be like deities in the game, like Wild, Worm, and Wyvern, which are like the gods of the werewolf type thing. And honestly, the trailer, it just looks good.
Yeah.
It honestly looks good. It looks like they've kind of looked at God of War with the Kratos rage, and you know, you build up your rage to become your monstrous form. And I remember reading something about it saying like there's a possibility that you can build them up so you can control yourself better, and there's other parts where you can go into a frenzy mode. So I'm assuming it just means if you have friendly AI around, well, you're going to mess them up too.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm kind of interested to see how they're going to gap that part of this gameplay.
Yeah.
I really am. And like the trailers are it looks good.
Yeah.
Like it kind of has that, I'm not going to say God of War like that's again, but it just has that really cool thing where it's like, you know, you're fighting all these different monsters, and I'm assuming other werewolf tribes as well. Any fan of the Werewolf the Apocalypse on tabletop, I mean, I'm hoping that they have the back spiral dancers in there. They were like the evil, like badass werewolves. I always used to play as a Get Offenders, which is like easily put like your Viking type werewolf, like in the tribal standard. That game literally caught my attention, and ever since July, I've literally been just watching about it and kind of excited for its release. And I believe it gets released in February. And
oh, that's not bad.
You know,
that's pretty close. See, I haven't seen the trailer. It makes me want to watch the trailer, get more information on it.
Well, you know what though, it's kind of common because you have your human form, so you can talk to other humans, interact, and like I'm assuming like you have guns and stuff to play with.
Yeah.
Then your wolf form looks to be like you can talk to other wildlife.
Yeah.
And it also has like your exploration with it. So I'm assuming you can also do your stealth with it too.
Yeah,
you
hide,
the pack hunt, or this or that. And then again, I mean, everyone's probably like, okay, I just want to be this monstrous form and just destroy shit.
Yeah.
And the graphics look pretty decent for it. But yeah, it really, like I said, I used to be a fan of the tabletop game, and I mean, I do remember the vampire games that came out, and even just in bringing that world, even though they take place in that same world themselves, but bringing that in, which means you possibly going to be fighting vampires too, like. I don't know.
Probably.
It's just it's
every werewolf game, you have to fight a vampire.
Exactly.
Like, there has to be a boss where it's a vampire. It had.
But it's just kind of cool that this world is now, you know, with the new generation consoles, and I know it's coming out for Xbox One too, but the Series X, the PS4, PS5, I'm just really hyped about this game because it just looks like that action style game where you just have options. I said like the human, the wolf, or the Krynos form, which is your monstrous form. So definitely I'm excited about this game like crazy right now, and hope to hear more about it in the coming future as well.
See, for me, it's more, I always lean more towards open worlds.
Yeah.
One game I don't think many people have too much information on, but I'm still hyped about, is Skyrim. Now Skyrim, for any gamer, there hasn't been a gamer I've talked to that doesn't like Skyrim.
True.
So it's to know that there's a new one coming out and it takes place further in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're still in Skyrim. Like you're still on that landmass.
Yeah.
I just don't know what excites me more isn't about the gameplay or the scenery. I want to see what that landmass looks like in that, and there's a new version. Like how decrepit is this building? Is this same village in the same spot?
Yeah.
Like I want to know how close it is, like that kind of stuff. But what really interests me is what's the story going to be?
True.
Because Skyrim's about the Dragonborn and this and that, and I know it's not any other Elder Scrolls game is about a Dragonborn or anything like that. But it's still, what is this game going to be? You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. No, I said, Dyke.
Yeah.
I agree. Skyrim is one of those games that, like you said, anybody's played it. Very few will give a bad review on it or a bad experience on it. Like, it had glitches, this and that. Who cares? Who cares about that? The game was great.
Yeah.
It was just one of those games where it's like, how many different ports have come out of Skyrim?
Yeah, exactly.
I think they could keep pouring it to every future console,
Wasn't
and it's
it on
still
Alexa or something? Or was that like? I feel like it was a joke.
It's just to do, but to me,
But
it's
I
just,
felt like it was. Wasn't it on Alexa or something?
it was.
Like it voiced and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I just find it like it's a game for everybody.
It is. It really is.
I want to know. Like I just want to know what it's going to be.
I think we're still
Like that.
I still think we're a few years out.
I don't even know if it's going to come out. Like, I feel like it's going to be one of those Final Fantasies where it's just.
You know what? Now that
long.
Microsoft owns Bethesda, I definitely think that they're going to be pushing for something like that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, let's move Starfield on. Let's bring the next Fallout in, but let's really push Skyrim now.
Well, I think Elder
where this
Scrolls
is.
like Skyrim is going to come out way before any sort of new Fallout game comes out.
I think so too.
Like I think this is going to be their new big game for a few years, then the new Fallout.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just interests me.
It
It makes me want to know more without knowing anything, just because it passed the past game.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like how close is this land going to be? Am I like, do I get to see the same things, even if that village isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
Like even if it's run down, do I get to see remnants of the village? Am I going to see like characters, like family, like generations of that one popular character, that Jarl? Is that Jarl's kids, grandkids, whoever could be in this game? Like what is it like? You know what I mean? Like how many Easter eggs? Like
Oh yeah.
it really catches my I really want to see what it's.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm myself. I was the same way. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm obviously looking forward to hearing more about it. But Skyrim to me was one of those things too where I don't want to know too much because I want to jump in that game and just experience it.
Yeah.
Almost like a set of new eyes.
That's like me with every
game.
game. Though. Like I don't want to hear. I want that mystery. Just when I first played that game to
yes. Because hold on, I'm going to agree because I'm not talking about this game in this episode, even though I am looking forward to it, but it's not one of my top 3 right now because I don't know enough about it, but it is from Software's Elden Ring. Same thing.
Yeah.
We have that trailer, we have the gist of what it is, riding on horseback, it's a large open world, awesome. But they still have stated certain things where it's like it's bigger than the Dark Souls games, but there's this. But I don't want to know much about it.
Yeah,
because I want to jump in and be like, yo, I want to experience this and go, whoa.
Yeah, I want that mystery.
Yes.
Even if I'm let down, like I still want that mystery. Like I don't want to know everything about the game. I don't want to see too many trailers.
Certain games.
You know what I mean?
But other games, like my second game, is just a game that I think a lot of us have always loved the series since it first came out. And just as we see the graphics just keep getting better and better, and there's already been like 2 remakes of part of the franchise and all this. It's Resident Evil: The Village.
Yeah.
I am really looking forward to it, and not jumping on the fact that there's another werewolf in this. Because apparently I'm on a werewolf kick all of a sudden. If it is a werewolf, but just even from the trailer itself, when you see yourself in that cottage with that man, and all of a sudden. Like the kind of the arm comes through and looks like a werewolf, and then you got the guy on the trailer like screaming like the Hulk, and he looks like he's transforming into a werewolf.
Into a werewolf. Yeah.
Even the fact that from little like gameplay footage that I've seen, looking by a window, all of a sudden this fast object comes flying by, and it feels like you're being stalked.
Yeah.
You know, I love Resident Evil. I love this whole T-virus parasite going around and, you know, mutating people and turning them into all these monsters, because I love monsters. But the Village has me because I loved Resident Evil 4, and it seems to have that atmosphere coming back. Like, you're in this village where there's like, is there witch covens going on? Is there other stars things going on? Like, what is going on? But the graphic wise, and I've always said this about a game, where you don't often see like the zombie-esque in snow, but just the graphics of this small village and seeing like the blood in the snow with the dead horses around, with like, to me, that's just, this game's gonna have, and I'm big on atmosphere lately, ever since I played Darkwood, and just, I think I'm going to enjoy that game.
All snow needs to me in that game, that style of game, is jump scares. It's the perfect kind of jump scare.
It brings you that atmosphere because that color contrast, and like I said, you see like that horse claps and like its whole like neck has been torn out, whether it be the werewolf, whether it be the zombies, whether it be whatever else that you know these guys are going to bring out to us. I'm looking forward to it because I think it's going to have that very Resident Evil 4 feel with kind of more jump scares or tension in the game.
Yeah.
Of you're always being hunted or stalked by something. So for myself, I'm really looking forward to this Resident Evil. I just hope that it's not like a flop and it's just like a very short 4-hour mission you're just running through a village and this or that. I hope it's like fully in an immersive game where it's like, this is awesome.
I think after 7... That's the way they're doing it nowadays. Like,
well, that's the thing. Like, I really enjoyed the remakes. Like, I really enjoyed Nemesis and number 2, but they were short.
Yeah.
Right, and that's the thing is, I don't like when a game is that short because you get right into it and all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'm done.
Yeah. Oh, I hate.
And 7 was like that for me. It didn't take long once you knew everything. Like your second playthrough, it's like you're done. So I'm hoping that this, you know, you're able to enter into every like little house, town, building, whatever it be in there in the village and explore, and I hope you can explore outside the town, and I really hope that they have these new monsters that just, you know, especially with the power of the new systems, just kind of just the aesthetic pleasing that I want from this game. It is, I have very high hopes for this game.
See, speaking of aesthetics, like pleasing, stuff like that, the game I'm getting hyped about more and more, and have been for a while, is Cyberpunk. I can't wait till that it's almost out. It feels. I hope.
No, they said it yesterday that it's officially December 10th.
Yeah. I'm really hyped up about it just because it's, like I was saying, like open world games to me. Yep. That's my style.
Yes.
I get to follow their story but create my own story. Like I get to go on my own path. There's nothing linear, which is, most games these days aren't linear.
Yeah.
Like Resident Evil wasn't. It was linear, but you got to go at your own pace.
Yes.
This way, in like Cyberpunk, I feel like I'm creating my own story, and that's what excites me the most about it.
Yes.
It's just, and I know nothing really about the game. I've kept away from it. Like I've stayed in my little bubble. I've seen little trailers about it, but like try to stay away from it.
Yeah.
Just because
you want that excitement.
I want that.
And that's the thing.
That surprise.
I've looked at quite a bit of stuff on it, and there are things that I'm not going to ruin it for you, but there are things that literally have me going wicked. Yeah. And there's a couple things that have me going, it's not really my thing. But the fact that you can do what you want to do.
Yeah.
And I obviously within limitations, but just having that. You know, instead of having 2 options in a game, you have like 200 options.
Exactly, that's what excites
me. It really does bring that out, and like graphically, it's aesthetically pleasing. Like, I think that it's going to be a great game. I really do. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I think we all have our pre-orders in on it, and I am looking forward to it myself too. Yeah. I hope it's not one of those ones that, and I hate to say it like this because obviously you're gonna have bugs. But I hope it's not a game that has like game-breaking bugs in it on launch.
I just hope that it's... Yeah, they're hyping it up to where they're telling you can do anything. The customization is going to be out of this world. I hope that's not just gaslighting us to where it's, oh yeah, you have 10 different customizations,
you know,
everything just
Yeah.
looks the same, but it's a different name.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm scared about, just because of past games.
But you know what though? CD Projekt Red tends to really focus on a lot of those
Yeah.
in-depth things, like
and that's
The
what
Witcher
excites me.
3
Like that's
has
what
so
gets me
much.
past that. Is
Yeah.
it's like it gives me that faith in it, but it still does scare me just because of other games, other game titles, other
Yeah.
developers promising, and then you know what I mean. That's why I like to stay away from a lot of like info about games, because then you
You
overhype
promise
yourself.
something,
Yeah,
and it's like, oh,
overhype yourself to
All
where
time.
you're never gonna get what
Yeah.
you get.
No, that definitely I'm
Yeah.
excited about too. I think that's all I'm really excited for at this point in
Yeah,
time. Like
me too.
I do have other games, but
I have other
honestly don't
games.
think they're
We've
ever gonna
talked
come out.
about other games that we're excited about, but like
Biomutant, 100% I'm excited for, but who knows when that's going to come out?
Biomutant just confuses me.
And we've already talked about one game we're both really excited
Yeah,
about, and Mass Effect, the
like,
Legendary Edition.
That's what I guess I would say hyped about like the
Oh, yeah.
most. I think we've talked about it enough
Yep.
until we get it in our hands. I think like that's the next time we should talk about
I
it.
think
really,
so,
but
too.
like, yeah, that's those two games. Like Skyrim, I don't even know if it has a release date. I don't think
No.
it does. But like other than that, Cyberpunk, that's the only style of game like I'm really into. Is that open world, that customization. Like
Yep.
before that, it was Assassin's Creed. Like and Assassin's Creed, it's just the open worldness that I like about it.
Mm-hmm.
Doing missions in my order, but you still have to like it's. To me, it's a smaller version of
Yes.
like what Cyberpunk is promising, which that's why I'm so excited about it. Like,
Yeah.
there's different reasons, but I
It's
don't
just-
have much excitement these days. Like,
It's hard with, again, a lot of like release dates that are
Yeah.
changing and delayed. And I've said before,
2020 wasn't-
I'm
yeah.
huge. I'm all about delays. If delays happen,
Yeah.
it means you're making it better. It's awesome.
exactly, I'm not
But-
worried about it.
But it's just certain games, like Biomutant, for example, I've been following since, I'm just going to say 2017, it might have been 2018, and it just seems to be like, you see a little bit more, but nothing drastic,
You
but
see-
the concept looks good.
It just
And there's
confuses.
some games like that.
Yeah,
that, you
those
know,
kind of
I'm
games
really
just
into.
confuse me. Like, I just never feel like I can get into the character.
Yeah, everyone's got
You
their
know what
own
I mean?
taste,
Like, yeah, exactly.
though, right?
It's the style, like the graphics
Mhm.
from what they've shown, look amazing.
Mhm.
It's just I don't get it. I don't get it.
why
I
sometimes
feel
you just
old
have
when
to
I
play.
say that. I feel so old. It's just I don't get it.
So sometimes you just gotta
Yeah.
jump in and play a game.
Exactly.
Right.
Like you just gotta. You can't think about it. Just play.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what it just confuses me. It's not that I'm not excited about it or seeing like stuff. It's just I don't get it.
Well, I hope 2021 has a lot of good launches this year.
Oh, it's a lot different than 2020, bro. In 2020, just I think that's why I'm not as excited about stuff. It's just I'm expecting
More.
more quarantine. That's it.
Yeah.
That's
At least
it.
give us something with our quarantine.
Exactly.
All right.
But yeah, let us know what you're hyped about. Please leave a comment, like, subscribe, and tell us what you're hyped about. Yeah, tell us what you're excited about. Tell him that he's wrong on his games. I don't mind.
Elden
It's
Ring.
It's fine.
You guys have a good one.
Have a good one, guys. Catch you on the next one.